Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the last match of Day 3 for the International Day of People with Disabilities 2018 APFA National Championships. Before we get underway, a quick word from our sponsors. Big shout out to our gold sponsor, Power Mobility, an NDIS registered provider with over 40 years providing mobility products, expert advice, and a convenient mobile repair service. Go to powermobility.com.au or you can visit their stand here at the Championships. And this match is a battle between Victoria and Queensland Barbarians. I'm joined by one of my teammates, Jack Gillespie. Thanks for joining us, Jack.
No worries, Trish. Thanks for having me.
So, we actually play with a lot of these guys.
We do.
Regularly. It's been really odd. We see a great shot by Parry. But have you been impressed by the Queensland Barbarians, Jack? They've really started to gel as a team over these last few days.
Yeah, they started off a little bit slow, but then, communication and stuff picked up in the last few days, and they're looking all right now. They're putting together some good passes and stuff, and, yeah, they're looking promising.
We have Jack Parry punching it up. Mark Warren pulls away from the action as Jack Parry just misses the ball, but reconnects. Battling with Craig Kilby, who's making a lovely push downfield, one-on-one with Darcy Clues, who does a nice job of getting the ball wide out of trouble. But if Craig Kilby can flick this backwards, but no, wonderful play by Clues, getting the ball out of the area. Nice patience shown by both players. And unfortunately, Kilby knocks it out for a goal kick. We have head of Australian refereeing Gavin Lee in the centre for this one. And a quick rundown of the teams. We've got Darcy Clues in goals, Jack Parry playing mids, Mark Warren on the wing, and Sam Yukatil. And then for Victoria, Craig Kilby on the near sideline, James Northcombs on the far, Matthew Mallows, who just did a wonderful hit but blocked by Warren. And then in goals, Jules Northcombs. As we see Mallows knock the ball over the sideline for a set piece. Warren's got a nice block. Great through ball. Great punch. And Warren just unlucky with that. But here we've got Mallows making a wonderful burst downfield. Darcy Clues coming to meet him. Great goalkeeping once again. As we see Parry and Mallows do battle. Pass to Warren, close to 2-1 there, but just avoided. Warren downfield. Lovely pass, but just caught by Mallows, who does a terrific job to keep it in. And we've got Jack Parry doing battle once more. As he pushes Sam Yukatil switching sides. Again, to avoid that 2-1. And off the rear wheel. Have you been impressed by Jack Parry, your namesake, Mr. Gillespie? He's only 10 years of age, but he's been doing fantastically so far.
His confidence is sky high. He, he's a quiet kid. He's pretty innocent, and he has a lot of fun when he's out there. But yeah, he's taken control of this team over the last few days, and yeah, he's doing really, really well.
As we see him hit it up. Blocked by Mallows. And we've got Jimmy Northcombs unfortunately spinning the wrong way there. And Parry patiently lets the ball trickle over the sideline. And again, a big shout out to Football Queensland, whose umpires are assisting us throughout this week, doing a fantastic job. As we see Parry unload with a lovely through ball, but a great intercept by Mallows there. Hearing one of Jack and myself's local teammates, Kevin Pretorius, yelling on the sideline, and he scored his first goal yesterday, Jack, in a national competition, a tidy finish.
He did. I think he's stopped talking about it yet. That gave him a lot of confidence, and it was great actually. He pushed it through two people and got it through the gap there, which was a very nice goal for him.
Pretorius does some lovely social media, and he has been sharing his goal a lot.
And I think it was his first, the team's first goal as well.
It was indeed, yes.
For the tournament, so
So rightly very happy with that strike as we see Parry clear it to the sideline. Mallows from New South Wales has been loaned to Victoria for this contest and has only been playing Poacher football short period of time, but has really impressed this week with Jack Parry again. Brilliant defence in the box, knocking it up the sideline, and the court sort of curves a little bit that side. It keeps in a bit, doesn't it?
I think it does too, yeah. That's quite an odd spot of the ground. You're playing there and think the ball's going to come straight to you, and it has a bit of a curve. Can throw you a bit.
As we see Parry line up again. Really marshalling this team from the back.
He is.
And that's a nice block by Warren on Mallows with a wonderful through ball. And again, cut off by Mallows for a beautiful intercept, but another opportunity for Barbarians as we see our first substitution for the match with Craig Kilby exiting the field with Chris Caceres taking that left wing spot. Play resumes with Parry knocking it up.
Oh, that was a good hit.
He's a brilliant defender, Mallows, isn't he?
He can read the play really well. And then when it comes time to dribbling the ball up the field, he's not bad either. He can probably dish off to his players a little bit more, but he's done really well.
He's, as we mentioned, been loaned, so he's gelling with this team very quickly as we see the ball knocked over the sideline.
It's good field position by the Barbarians.
They're really dominating territory in possession.
They are, yeah.
Oh, a lovely punch by Mark Warren, and unfortunately can't control the ricochet, but more dominance in territory in possession by the Barbarians, and they'll be wanting to capitalise on these chances soon.
They will. You can only keep pressure on for too long before it starts putting pressure on yourself trying to get the result that you want.
And that's a really good point, Jack. It's they're probably going to want to get some rewards soon for this pressure as we approach the 10-minute mark of this first half. Lovely intercept by Warren.
Good pressure by Warren so far.
This is almost his first full game playing on the wing. He's been a very astute, resilient goalkeeper, marshalling his troops from his goal square. Offers a lot of experience.
Yeah, I think he'll enjoy the time out of the box. He's, he's always keen to get up in people's faces, as we just saw just then, and yeah, they enjoy the time out, I think.
He's done a terrific job this week of not giving his opposition any time to settle on the ball, and that's an example of that as we see Parry take on Caceres, but the referee has called a 2-on-1. They're getting a little bit close. As we see, or hear rather, Queensland Barbarians coach Enzo D'Agostino yelling instructions from the sideline. With Mark knocking the ball up. Ricochets, but Parry controls nicely, tapping off Caceres' front guards, who is in his first year of power chair football, and we've been playing this for a while, Jack, but you remember a throwback to when you first started playing?
Yeah, I think I had the old chair with not a very good bull bar in front of me, so yeah, no, it's much nicer playing the game with the strike force now, so Jack can enjoy his first few years with the strike force, which will be good for his development, I think.
As we see the ball, that's that curve that I mentioned earlier. The ball just keeps in the field of play, and Parry knocks it out of play.
Which is a safe play.
It is. He'll want to set his defence. Darcy Clues being the goalkeeper, so he'll stack the defensive line, pushing forwards. As Mallows will attempt to get this ball through to Jules North-Coombs.
And it looks like a good setup by the Victorians, I think.
A lovely clearance by Clues with Mark. Will the court favour him. It doesn't, sadly, but good defensive skill there by the Queensland Barbarians. And just on the strike force, Jack, we have been very generously sponsored by, as we see a ricochet with Caceres pushing against Parry, but Parry does wonderfully to get that ball out of the defensive zone. And as I was saying, Strike Force Power Soccer Shop, they've kindly sponsored us, and the balls that we have here today have, as I said, been sponsored by Power Soccer Shop, so a big thanks to them. We hope they're watching all the way in the United States as we see Mallows take the hit. Darcy Clues, nice head on his shoulders there, seeing that ball into Caceres and rolling over the sideline. Sorry, Jack, I cut you off there.
Sorry, that was a close one, wasn't it?
Probably the best chance for Victoria today. Have we seen a bit of a swing in territory here?
We have. I think Victorians are laying on the pressure now.
Unfortunately, they let that pressure slip with a 2-on-1, and that's probably just down to a lack of communication, I think.
Yeah, we'll see if the young Barbarians can capitalise on this and try and turn it around and get the ball back in the other half of the field.
Great ball by Parry, and Pretorius lets that ball roll over the sideline.
That was a good clean hit by Parry. Almost length of the field.
He just got replacement tyres only an hour ago.
Oh.
So he's probably got a lot more grip on that court.
That'll help him get the right position that he needs when he hits the ball.
As Parry knocks that ball over the sideline. Mallows again will take the sideline hit. With 8 minutes left in this first half. Parry, nice little through ball, and Mark Warren can't catch it, but
a nice little pass there by Parry. They're starting to get the ball moving, I think, which is a good sign.
Yeah, that interchange of passes is something that they'll be looking to get a little more of, as we see Warren out of the action to avoid that 2-1, with Parry sweeping him behind. Pretorius also shifting out of the way, as we see Mallows with a wonderful dribble down this near sideline on the outside of the court. So will be adjudged to have been trying to keep that ball in, so he will win the sideline hit.
Nice turn of possession there. The Victorians are on the attack again.
And this is a wonderful chance, Jack.
It is. Corner.
Oh, they'll want to be careful of Barbarians. That was a close chance.
Yeah, it was a nice little play there.
Good defence, as we see Clues. Is this a corner? Gavin Lee will direct Darcy Clues behind the goal line, so that he is 5 metres from Mallows, who's taking the corner kick. And then instructing Parry to do likewise. Obviously, the goalkeeper is the only person that can park behind the goal line. As we see it through, a wonderful clearance by Parry. They've looked really solid, Jack, in defence.
They have. They've been very calm, which is always a very good thing to see, and especially very impressive given that Jack is so young. He's taking control of the team very nicely.
Lovely little bump off the back of the guard by Parry, and the ball just skids away from Warren, unfortunately for the Barbarians. We see Warren on that far sideline defending the wing. Little back heel by Caceres to North Coombs. Not the only siblings playing in this competition, but they've been a real mainstay of Victoria. As we see Parry do a wonderful dribbling move, and sadly just can't control it on the second attempt. But no, Jules North Coombs and Jimmy North Coombs have really been mainstays of this Victorian side, Jack. They lend a lot of experience.
They do. They used to be, well, they still are part of the news squad for Victoria, and so they've made the transition to power soccer very nicely. And one of them, I'm not sure which one, but they've got one of the brothers have got a strike force now. Which
yeah, Jules North-Coombs just got his a month ago.
Oh, well, nice.
I believe.
So yeah, that'll help him with his game and become an even better player in the Victorian team.
It's a big change when you move from your day chair to a strike force or panther. It's both chairs are a lot more manoeuvrable. And did it take you a while, Jack, to adjust to playing in a strike force?
It did. I think I'm still adjusting, Trish. It's it's amazing. You can
Lovely pass. Sorry to interrupt.
All good,
Jack. But no, I think for the listeners at home, Jack is far too modest. And he had a wonderful performance for Queensland Cyclones in the previous match against Kiwi Green. As we see Mark again with that defensive pressure, always in the face of the Victorian side. Caceres and North Coombs switching roles. 4 minutes left in this first half. With Mallows sliding it down the inside channel. But again, Mark Warren with a fantastic intercept.
I think that's been, his greatest attribute in this game especially, but in the last few games has just been his interception, and he's really worried the Victoria attack in this game with his intercepts.
It's wonderful intuition, as we've seen an unfortunate ricochet, but you could tell with a fantastic clearance, and Mallows actually keeps it in, and this will be an interesting, Parry brings it across with Mallows driving it over the goal line for Victoria's first goal.
It was a great goal too, wasn't it?
It was. Was it just a little bit of unfortunate play that the ball came back on the inside?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ukatil's chair was slow to cover, which is unfortunate, but well done to the Victoria.
So we're wanting to rebound quickly, Queensland Barbarians.
They will. It's always nice to score after you've just been scored against to get that confidence back and get the scoreboard more even.
We see a big smile on Mallows' face as Pretorius does a lovely little stop for Parry to come in. And unfortunately, no, he's kept it in play, has he? Oh, wonderful heads-up play by Parry, who I think gives a little thumbs up to the commentator, and he's waved to us. Jack Gillespie has given us a little wave on the sideline.
Hi.
He plays with such enthusiasm, Parry.
He does. He loves it. He's really good. He's a really good player for that team because he enjoys every play, which is nice to play with. You always want to play with players that love what they're doing.
And we see, unfortunately, the ball hit over the sideline. Mark Warren, the experience showing there, just telling Parry to keep his head up and not let that mistake rattle him. But as Jack Gillespie just said, he's got such enthusiasm that I highly doubt that he lets any mistake worry him.
Yeah, he's always got that smile, doesn't he?
So we see Mallows take sideline hit on that far side. Through ball. And lovely little dink there by Parry. And they'll want to communicate here, the Barbarians, to avoid the 12-1, and they do. And Mallows just very confidently shadows that ball over the sideline.
You needed a cool, calm head then, didn't you? Because if he touched it, they would have...
it looks like they did.
Oh, look at that.
We are obviously not in the best vantage point. We're having the Victorian bench wondering the same thing as us. Parry with a lovely ball across, and Warren just can't quite connect.
Good try though. There were inches in it. So, but no, it's good. Good to see that they've got some attack going now with some bumps and passes, and hopefully they can capitalise.
An unfortunate knock there by Caceres, who just puts the ball out of play. Parry taking this hit again. Looks like He's aiming for Warren. Clues and Warren want to be careful. They're very close to each other. And Clues recognises that and shifts down to the wing as we see Mallows knock that ball out to reset his defensive setup.
They'll have to be quick here because there's not much time left till half time. So
we're now into stoppage as we see Perry line up. And we've got a corner, but Gavin Lee, central umpire, calls a halt to that one, and we shall be back shortly for the resumption of play. So stick with us. Welcome back to the second half of this Victoria versus Queensland Barbarian match, the last of day 3. Victoria currently leading 1-0 with a fantastic goal to Mallows in the second stanza of that first half. As we see play resume, but Lee has called a 2-on-1, I think. Is that correct, Jack?
Looks like it,
Let's assume that's the case.
Because, yeah, it was, I think, Mallows and Chris over the other side. I think that was too close together.
As we see Parry take this hit down the middle with Jules North-Coombs making a lovely interception. Parry knocking that ball over the sideline. I was really impressed by Mallows in that first half, Jack, marshalling his team.
Yep, and he got a goal too, which put them in front, but he needs to be the dominant figure if Victoria are going to go on to win, I think.
Oh, we see Warren again with a great intercept.
Numbers 20, I reckon, for the game.
He's absolutely a wall on that wing as Parry just knocks the ball out. The head goes flying, but good safe play there.
Good to see him making an early decision, which gives his team time to set up.
It's the big adage that we want. You know, no matter what the decision is, just stick with it and execute as well as you can. That's what we saw by Parry there. He's battling Mallows here, and he beats him on the outside with Clues putting nice pressure on Jules North Coombs to win that far sideline hit in. And also a shout out to our commentator of the past few days, Simon Smell, who is listening from work, perhaps, or we'll watch it after he finishes work, as I imagine will probably be more likely the case.
Yeah, put the feet up and listen to some good old football being played.
As we see Mallows on this near sideline, knock it up the wing, but Warren blocks it again. But Mallows with a lovely through ball, but won't be able to catch it, or will he?
Oh.
He does. Wonderful play, and he's won a corner for his side.
That's very good play by Mallows. He took control there and threw it around, and this is a really good opportunity for Victoria.
It definitely is, as we see Jules North Coombs take position on the near side at the top of the box, and Caceres on our near side. As we see Gavin Lee again positioning the goalkeeper behind the line. And it looks like Mallows might actually just take a shot here. He does, and it will go out of bounds for another corner.
Try to get it behind that back wheel of Parry.
That's really the key to good attack, isn't it, Jack? Good variation.
Yeah, you want to keep the defence guessing and in two different minds so that they don't know what's going to happen.
As we see a lovely intercept by Parry. Clues trying to chase it down, but can't quite get there.
It was good, solid defence there by Parry, and all of a sudden won some great territory for his team.
Both teams seem very evenly matched. Jack, they've got their passing lanes going now, and the battles are tense, but yeah, very evenly matched.
Yeah, there's nothing in it really. And, yeah, let's see if Barbarians can get that goal back.
As we say, Mark clipped that ball, but that will be okay because the Victorian side is now boxed into that corner, and it looks to be a very generous 5 metres given by the Barbarians.
It does. Bit of a collision there.
And we've seen Caceres penalised there for contact. Gavin Lee gesturing, what else could I do? But there was a slight exasperated cry from the Victorian bench to my right.
Yes, they're a passionate bunch.
It's fantastic to see all the support of all teams as we see that ball knocked in, and Parry will want to thread that ball to Clues, which he does, and it goes off Clues' rear wheel.
That was very close there.
And Clues will want to take a position on the wing here, otherwise it might potentially run all the way through.
Yeah,
I think Mallows is going to try to do that, but no. Clues just knocks it straight back to Mallows and says, go again.
And but he hasn't taken that position on the wing again. Maybe it'll work again this time, but generally you want your side players to be on that line so that they can't get a free hit for the length of the field.
As we see, Clues punched that ball, but couldn't accurately control it towards the goals, and Victoria probably a big sigh of relief on that. As we see Gavin Lee ask where Jules North Coombs would like the ball placed. And Caceres, lovely tap back to Kilby. Kilby doing battle with Parry, and perhaps just a little too aggressively there. Parry winning the call. And a quick shout out to some regular Victorian Power Chair footballers who are over in Italy at the moment. Luke David and Sean Mott, wishing them all the very, very best. As we see Parry Knocked the ball to Warren, who can't quite control it. It's out a frustrated cry, but Warren will just take this as another opportunity to get that defensive structure. And I will put a good bet on him intercepting this ball again.
I reckon.
And there we go. Lovely, lovely.
Crystal ball, Tris.
Intercepts.
Very well done. That's just about their best play. Well, for the whole game, really, is Warren's intercept. He's been doing that very well and keeping the pressure on.
He's been
Victoria.
fantastic, absolutely. And do you think Victoria need to adjust slightly because they're not getting much luck with it to date?
I think so. I think a few of their players have got to start parking in front of Mark Warren's guard and trying to get in front of him so that the ball can go past them or hit their own bar in which they can direct it forwards instead of letting Mark Warren have free rein.
And that ball is staying in the field of play.
That's a long one. And, another intercept that time by Darcy Clues.
As we see a goal kick. And perhaps an over-eager ball retriever on that corner who wants to save the umpires the effort of walking. They've done a terrific job doing many back-to-back games. As we see close to a 2-on-1 there by Kilby and Mallows. And Jack Parry is going to want to control this, but Mallows returns the serve and dribbles inside. And Parry splits Caceres and Mallows beautifully there, and Gavin Lee calls the 2-on-1. So for the viewers at home, Jack, that are tuning in to this for the first time, what is a 2-on-1?
A 2-on-1, Tris, is when two players are within 3 metres of each other with an opposing player within that 3 metres as well.
And that is a penalty kick. Mallows going in a little bit too hard. And Gavin Lee in no doubt there, and I think he's made the right call.
I think so. It was in the box, wasn't it?
Clues. And that looked like a yellow card. Mallows has been given an official warning, yellow card for the contact there, but by the looks of it, he can see the humour in it as we see Parry line up.
With a great opportunity.
He just dummies Mallows nicely and slots that. He gives a nice little wave to the bench.
Cool,
thumbs up. And we see the Queensland crowd on that far side up in celebration. And we have a game, Jack.
I think the dummy did it through Mallows, and wow, but game on.
Warren come through, trying to intercept, and that is almost a 2, and it is. The Barbarians are turning up the pressure now.
Yeah, they've flipped it. They've flipped the tables, which they'll have a lot of confidence now. Hopefully they can control that confidence.
And we see another wonderful chance. Parry passes it to Clues, who goes and knocks that off. No, it's a goal kick, but
the crowd's up.
They are indeed, and the passing lanes from the Barbarians are really on point now, Jack. They're really opening up this match.
That's really what they needed to improve on from the first half, is their passing, and they've done that with a couple of nice quick balls, and you can hear the crowd now getting into it.
As we say, Darcy push up against Jules North Coombs, but North Coombs just slots it over the sideline.
He does. They're really turning the screws here, the Barbarians, and their fans are supporting them very nicely.
And this is a great block by Warren. And if Parry can get this through, and he does, and Warren, very well. And Warren, I think, has been adjudged to have made slight contact there, which is unfortunate. But where has this come from, Jack? What's been the key to this turnaround?
Well, I'm not sure. I think they've just had a little burst of energy, and That's gone very well. A couple of balls in there went their way of the goal, and this is really good to see.
As we see Parry on that far sideline again, angling for the wing, but no, we see a substitution with Sam Yucatil taking the bench, with Kevin Pretorius taking the field of action. Oh. Having a slight message from the bench in front of us. I think because of the rather loud chanting by none other than my cousin, Dan the Man, the Conahan.
You can hear him from anywhere, can't you?
He brings all of the pep and then some, as we see Parry line up. He'll want to control this. Mallows is lurking with intent, but he blocks it, as we see, again, close to a 2-on-1, but...
Yeah, I think the ball there was to Mark. He had a good block, but Parry was unable. Oh, here we go.
And ref changes his call, and we hear I think an ironic boo from the crowd, but I think he made the right call there, Jack.
I think so. I think he did indeed. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we see Parry shift to the far side. He's going to try and get on the inside. Wonderful pass by Joshua Coombs on Caceres, and that ball ricochets nicely. Close to 12-1 as Mark Warren moves up the field of play.
Yeah, Warren and Parry working together nicely at the moment. They've had a few balls together, and if they can connect those passes, they'll be very well off.
Oh, Clues does that nicely, letting the ball run through, knowing that he'd win the sideline hit. And we see a wonderful punch by Parry, and he's going to control it here now, and I think he's going to try and move it behind. Wonderful pass, but no, Warren and Parry a little bit too close together for another 2-on-1.
Releases that pressure again, but good signs by the Barbarians.
As the clock quickly ticks along, time has flown in the second half.
It has. So
as we see that ball go through, and Kevin's going to just calmly stop it, with Parry coming to assist. As we see Warren, wonderful little move there. Parry's going to want to move out of the way. Warren again with an intercept, knocking the ball over the sideline.
Very good signs by the Barbarians. They've got a lot of energy, which is nice, and they're up in the ante.
They will think they're very much in with the chance to score their first victory of this match, as we see Warren very calmly knock that ball back, and he's won a sideline hit for his team as Jimmy North Coombs switches out for his brother. But unfortunately, Warren's just hit that ball. Parry perhaps taking it a little too quickly, but perhaps trying to catch the opposition off guard, Jack.
I think so. Victoria's got to hold on a bit here, I think. With the
lovely pass by Warren there, and Clues is going to let that ball run through to Parry. And Caceres doing battle, but Parry in that chair has done a wonderful job, as we hear a bit of contact, and it's gone to Caceres. Warren questioning that, Gavin Lee explaining what happens. Parry beginning a swing when Caceres was in his area.
Dangerous move. Now we see a penalty.
Pretorius is going to want to be careful here. He's
left that back over the goals open, hasn't he?
And here we see Parry make a run down the wing. It looks like he might be able to catch it. And we go back down the other end of the court. Parry asking if that was a Shepherd's. And we see Pretorius really confidently holding up play. Fantastic defence by Pretorius. He's got a big smirk on his face there.
That was a good turnaround by Victoria. Yeah, Parry had them. And Mallows calmly just flipped it around and Parry was out of the race then for a bit.
As we hear the chant go up again around the course.
Led by Dan the Man Conahan again.
Again, the master of pep. Great ball through by Parry. But Mallows intercepts once more. Ball trickling over the sideline. 3 minutes left in this one.
It's 1-1.
As we
got to break the play.
Hear pleas from the Queensland Barbarians coach Enzo D'Agostino to keep pushing for that winning goal as that ball beautifully goes through, and that's close to a 2-on-1, but perhaps more a 2-on-2 as we see a big collision. Caceres on Parry.
His head went flying, didn't he?
And he, with the wry smile, tells Caceres just to be a little careful. As we see that ball bounce over Jules Northcomb's front guard. So we're going to have a set ball. And the two absolute gun players of this match, Mallows and Parry, going into battle. But Mallows gets the upper hand. But no, Parry's away. Parry's running down court. As we see a 2-on-1 for the Barbarians, with Mallows not being inside the box, therefore giving up his rights.
Just 2 minutes to go here. They're going to have to be quick.
As we see it, fantastic shot by Clues, but also equally great defence by North Coombs and Mallows, as we see the 2-on-1. Yes, correct.
Unfortunate there. Barbarians had him, I think.
I think they just got a rush of adrenaline, as I did as well, at the edge of my seat.
I think your voice fluctuated, Tris.
It always fluctuates, Jack.
It does.
Unfortunately, it's our SMA tune. As we see,
I think it's a bit of CP as well, Tris.
Between the two of us, Jack, we've got this.
We do.
We've got this. As we see Parry take the sideline hit with 30 seconds left in regular time. Great ball to Clues. Darcy doing battle with Mallows.
He stepped it up in the last...
He has, and here we have both players going over the sideline.
Couple of minutes.
But Mallows perhaps slightly on the outside.
Yeah.
As we see a friendly cheer from the Victorians. But Warren, here we go again. And here that's it. That's full time. That stuck up on us, Jack, but we have a 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw between Queensland Barbarians and Victorian. Jack, what did you make of that fixture?
Yeah, it was a great game, wasn't it? It was very tight. Both teams had either end of the seesaw for a bit there. And, yeah, it was good to see that Barbarians could get that goal back. And then really pushed for it in the last couple of minutes. But good effort by both teams.
Absolutely, and that is the first points for both teams for this competition. Very well earned points. And on that note, we will wrap up Day 3 of the International Day of People with Disabilities 2018 APFA National Championships. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. The last match being a 1-1 draw between Victoria and Queensland Barbarians. We look forward to having you join us again tomorrow. Until then, thanks so much.